you look so beautiful.
No, I don't. Today we're going to speak about negative self-talk. Are you someone who fights off a compliment? If somebody says that you look beautiful, do you say, "Oh, thank you," or "No, I don't"? Or do you immediately start listing where you bought whatever you're wearing from? It's good to be a plug. It's good to not gatekeep too, but at the same time, when somebody says something good about you, by saying thank you, you're allowing yourself to accept it. A lot of times we don't accept a compliment because we don't believe that about ourselves. We have so much of negative self-talk about ourselves that actually hearing something nice about ourselves contradicts what we believe about ourselves. So let's change that. Today I'm going to show you how to go from negative self-talk to positive, uplifting thoughts, okay? And this shift is not impossible. So let's get into the steps, okay? So first we are going to identify. Identify means to recognize as being, okay? So first things first, are you a good friend or a bully to yourself within your mind? That is one thing you need to identify. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what is that conversation that is going on? What is being said, right? We're going to identify, which means recognize as being. What is the chatter, right? Then we are going to acknowledge. Acknowledge is where we admit or show the knowledge. So this part is extremely important because I don't know if you've heard this, but I've heard this time and time again where they say acknowledging is the first step. But here we made identifying the first step, right? So acknowledging is the second step, okay? But the reason why they always say acknowledging is the first step is because that's where we start taking accountability for what is actually going on versus just living, versus just feeling shit and not liking what's being said, but just, no. Here today we are creating change, okay? This is where we admit, am I discouraging myself or encouraging myself? This is an extremely crucial step. One, not to be scared. The next step is decide. And this is where you are now in the driver's seat. You need to decide, what are you going to do? What is your next steps, right? You've identified, you've acknowledged, now you're deciding. What is the meaning of decide? Decide means to make up your mind. Make up your mind. Do you desire to live a life that is pleasant, that is positive, uplifting, or do you desire to live a life where you yourself are pushing yourself into a corner, where it's a dark place, where everything that you do, you put yourself down? It's a choice. Make up your mind. And the final step, which is my favorite step, is reframe, right? Now we are in that boss mode, okay? We're in that mode where we are making decisions for our life. We are living a conscious life, right? This is a step where you're going to need a pen and a paper. This is what you're going to write down. Every single negative thought that comes up, even while you are watching this video, write it down. Because like I said, this is boss mode. So in boss mode, we face what needs to be faced. We don't run away. We face it, even though it's going to be hard. I know it's hard to write down these thoughts because I've done it and I have felt that feeling. It doesn't feel amazing to admit that, oh yeah, this is what's being said, but there's power in writing it down. There's power in identifying, acknowledging. There is power in deciding. There is power in reframing. And that is why I am giving you these tools today. So what you're going to do, you're going to write it down, right? I'm just going to give you an example. If you, as my client, said, I'm always rushing into things, I would say, okay, does that serve you? Do you like that you are always rushing into things? Okay. And then my client, you, would say yes or no. You said yes, we move on. If you said no, I said okay, then let's reframe. Tell me, how do you see the best version of you? Then my client would say something like, I am always making conscious decisions. Then I would say, oh, okay, perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remember our subconscious mind is something that we train. right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put that conscious effort into changing that belief from I'm always rushing into things to I am always making conscious decisions, right? And we're going to take it a step further. We are going to make a post-it, put it somewhere we always see, but my favorite one is to put a reminder on my phone and put it there. I am always making conscious decisions. Let it pop up random times of the day. And then when I see it, okay, I recite it. I say it out loud. Because I am affirming a new belief in my mind. And this works for many different beliefs in our minds. But it's powerful because this is how we create a new reality, using our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Now, I applaud you for getting to this part of the video. And this part is where I'm going to tell you to be kind to yourself. Okay? Every emotion that comes up throughout this experience, throughout going through these steps, be kind to you. Okay? Because you will have a choice. You're either going to be a good friend to yourself or you're going to be a bully. Choose to be kind. Choose to be that good friend that you are to others, to yourself, because you deserve it. Okay? And throughout this experience, every time you catch yourself saying, I am, listen. Listen to what comes after those words, I am. And make sure that those words are in line with the best version of you. This is Coach Nina. Thank you so much for listening. I am a transformational mindset coach, and it is my honor to be of service. If you are watching this video and thinking to yourself, this is amazing, this is exactly what I need, but don't have that sense of accountability yet, and I said yet, click the link in my bio and book your discovery call now. Speak to you soon.